Welcome to the latest midweek car competition judging video here at BOTB. We'll now hand over to the lawyer from Onside Law who'll oversee the proceedings.
My name's Gareth Atkins from Onside Law, and I'll be overseeing the judging this morning. Firstly, I can confirm that the competition data has already been sent to the auditing company AZETS. I would now like today's judges to introduce themselves using the secure link provided, mark on the screen where they think the centre of the ball should be. The group will then come to a final panel decision.
Good morning, my name is Matt Cannon. I'm a senior county referee and footballer.
Good morning, my name is Andy Brathwaite and I'm a football referee, mentor and licensed observer.
Hi, my name's RENEE HECTOR and I play football for Watford FC Women and I'm a coach for Tottenham Hotspur Foundation.
I'm Nigel Hicks. I've been a Supply League match official for the best part of 30 years and I'm an experienced football administrator.
Good morning, my name's Roger Wheeler. I'm a referee and I've been refereeing and lining for more than 30 years.
My name's Liam Walsh. I'm a retired referee and currently an FA observer and head coach for the Referees Academy of Middlesex.
Hi, I'm JENNA SCHILLACI, retired professional footballer and now a head coach in a Tottenham football programme.
Good morning, my name is Leo Donnellan. I'm an ex-professional football player, having been with Chelsea, Fulham and Leyton Orient.
Hi, my name is Ari Mendonca. I've been involved in football for over 30 years, firstly as a player and then as a referee.
Hi, my name is Kieran FITZGIBBON. I've played football for more than 30 years and am now a senior county referee.
Judges, please now come to a final panel decision. For your reference, the larger white cross is the calculated average of the 10 individual selections.
Thank you very much, Gareth. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning, Matt.
Yeah. So we've got 3 players in shot, 2 blue players. You can just see the collar of the player on the left. And we have a player in red and black behind who's got a sort of startled look on his face. His arms look like he's sort of out to one side. And I think he's just looking up at this player. To my mind, I thought the player may have just played it. And part of the reason for that, it looks to me like he's on the way down. The laces on the front of his shorts are pointing upwards, which would suggest that his body is motioning down. And we've got 2 eyes. They're not really clear, but we can see the pupils. And if I draw some lines up from his eyes, we've got Jenna's ever so slightly out to the left, and we've sort of got quite a few choices out to the right. It's in a much sort of very tight angle up, including Roger's at the top. I did take some, personally, some view from this guy here. I thought he was just looking up towards the ball. And again, if I go through, Jenna's there, and then Nigel's on the right-hand side. See, we've got quite a tight look. I think this guy's eyes, I think he's too far below the player to be looking at the ball. But please tell me if I'm wrong. Roger, I'm going to come to you first. You're highlighted there. Yours, the orange cross above the main cluster. And if I highlight yours with the magnifier, how did you see what was happening?
Thanks, Matt. Well, I didn't think he played the ball, actually. I thought he was sort of at the top of his jump, but was obviously going to play it. His teammate, as you say, was on the floor. I think he was confident that he was going to win the ball, and the guy in red wasn't going to get anywhere near it. So it's a question of, you know, where the eyes are looking. I'm obviously a little higher than the other judges, but you know, it's where I thought the eyes were looking at.
Yeah, no, thank you. Ari, I'll come to you. You're the lime green cross there, magnified, just at really the top of this cluster, very, very close to both Leo and Andy's choices. How did you see what was happening?
Thanks, Matt. Yes, I felt that the player is about to head the ball. He didn't play yet. And the reason that I came to this conclusion, I see his body language I think he's on the top of his jump. His left shoulder is slightly up front. in the position of his arms. For me, it seems consistent. Someone is going to head the ball towards his left, so he will make a torsion and head the ball that direction. Is looking for me up just slightly to his left, because I could see a little bit of the white on the other eye, actually, slightly more from one than the other. So I felt that he was looking just a touch to that direction. And then I use, because I feel that he is up front in the picture. The players behind, they are, especially the player on the left, is looking at the ball definitely, and I presume he's trying to push the player in red and black. He looks quite surprised, and I use the player on the left to give me the height. That's how I came to my cross.
Yeah, thanks you very much, Liam. And I'll come straight to you, Andy, because you're just here to the right and ever so slightly lower than Aries. Have you seen it any differently?
Not really, Matt. I actually agree with Roger and Ari in regard to, I don't think he's headed it yet. I know what you were saying about the short ties.
Yeah.
Obviously, if gravity would be, if he was on the way up or down, whatever, that would be the other way around. But I feel that his shirt has probably ruffled it up. His shirt, if he was on the way down, would be slightly more billowed. So I feel that on the way up, his shirt's risen, and that's brought the actual lace of the shorts facing up that way. But yeah, I believe that he's about to head it, and as Ari sort of, I agree with Ari that he's slightly going to either flick it to his left, because that's the direction that he's looking, in my opinion.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much. And Leo, I'll come to you because you're again within this magnifier just to the left of Ari and Andy's choices. How have you seen this?
Yeah, hi Matt. Yeah, look, the player in blue is an unopposed challenge. So he's got a free header on the ball. He looks very comfortable. I think he's at the top of his jump, Matt, and I think he's going to head the ball.
Yep.
I didn't take too much information from the other two players at all. I just focused on the player in blue. Yeah, and it's just a simple header. I put my cross, I drew a couple of lines from his eyes, and I went directly above him with both eyes, and I put the cross in between both lines.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. Renee, I'll come to you next. You're there hiding behind Liam's cross, just here, very close. How have you seen what was happening in the shot?
Yeah, pretty similar to the other guys, to be honest. I do believe he's about to head the ball. I think because he's got quite long hair, so because it's sort of going backwards, I feel like he's on the way up. I feel like if he was falling, his hair maybe standing up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's ever so slightly to our left, off centre. I think he's pretty unopposed. And I think that the ball is just that touch lower, because I do feel like he is right at the top of his jump, and his head's back a bit as if he's about to spring his neck forward to make contact with the ball. So that's why my cross is there.
Lovely, thank you. And Liam, I'll come straight to you because you're still you're right next to Renee's and in this magnifier. Have you seen it any differently, or do you concur?
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I realistically concur with the fellow judges and what Renee, you stole my lines this morning. Thank you. But the only thing I will add, if it's of any help, is that I did use the guys that are on the ground. I took the opinion that they had to see the ball, and I just wanted to sort of, where I put my cross tells a story that those two guys have got visible. Their eye lines are going through the centre of the ball. And that's why mine's just a little bit over to the left, along with Renee's.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I hope that helps.
Yes, thank you very much. Everything helps. Jenna, you're the light blue cross here. You're just to the left of the main cluster. There you are with a magnifier over the top. How did you see what was happening?
Yeah, I felt the player in blue, he was at the top of his jump about to head the ball, due to his muscles in his neck are tense, his arm positions and the ruffles of the shirt, for me, tell me he's on the way up. I've gone slightly to the left based on his teammate on the floor. I've used his eye line. I just felt he was slightly to the left and that the ball was slightly in front of the player just heading it.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Kieran, here's yours, the pink cross. You're ever so slightly at the bottom of the main cluster. I'll put the highlighter on yours. How did you see what was happening?
Yeah, thanks, Matt. I'm more or less agreeing with all the judges. I didn't take anything from the two players on the ground. I think they could be looking at the ball, but they may not be. It was difficult to say. The player in blue, who we all agree is unopposed and is going to head the ball or has headed the ball, looks to be at the top of his jump. Looking at the height of where his shorts are compared to the other two players, I can't see that he'd be able to jump much higher than that. Unless he's a very tall person. So I'm taking that he's an average sized person. And I think also the ball is a little bit out in front of him. I looked at the two eyes. I know you can't see the pupils very clearly, but they do look a little bit cross-eyed to me, as though they're looking, you know, when you're looking at something that's very close to you. And I also took the little bit of the fact that if the ball's coming into him, that it could be just a little bit in front of him, a little bit of a 3D picture there.
Yeah.
So I thought it was, because I thought it was the top of the jump, I thought it would be a bit closer. That's why I placed mine a little bit lower than the other judges.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kieran. And lastly, Nigel, you're there, the dark blue cross, just to the right of myself and Kieran. Where are you? How did you see what was happening?
Pretty much sort of some of what my fellow judges have said. You know, I feel the ball's probably the closest object to us. I think the other two players clearly behind. I felt they're looking over the top of the player in blue. So where I positioned it, I had to keep in mind that, you know, from the picture, it appears to me that they're able to at least see part of the ball over the head of the player in blue. I feel he's just about top of his jump. You know, his neck muscles are tensed and pulled his head back, ready to head the ball forwards. And yeah, I think it's pretty close to him for that. So, but high enough that the players behind can see part of the ball.
Yep, great, thank you. So there we are. I think everybody apart from, I mean, I thought he was still yet to play it, but everyone else seems to think he's just to play it, which is absolutely fine. The position of the ball is obviously the most important thing. Now, over the highlights, we see Rogers is above the rest of our choices. So as lead judge, I will remove his choice, which brings this average into what I would describe as one of the tightest clusters we've ever had. And I think if I put the magnifier over the top of this calculated average, it encompasses us all. No one's sticking out in any direction, and I think that's to my mind the way we should judge this. So again, if I can just go through you all in turn, just to see if you want to add anything or see Rogers back in, etc., etc. So Andy,
I'm happy with that, Matt.
Yeah, great, thank you. Renee?
Yeah, I'm happy with that average.
Thank you. Nigel?
Yes, happy with that, Matt. Thank you.
Yeah, I will ask you, Roger, because it's not really a vote to keep you out or in. It's just my decision to remove you.
No, I agree, Matt. Absolutely spot on, 100%.
Thank you. Liam?
Yeah, I concur.
Great, thank you. Jenna?
Yeah, happy with that.
Thank you. Leo?
Yeah, I agree, Matt. It looks really good.
Great, thank you. Ari?
Yeah, I agree as also.
Great. Kieran?
Yes, Matt, I agree.
Yeah, that's great. I think we've all agreed also he's not Cristiano Ronaldo, so he's not got another 3 foot up to go. So yeah, brilliant. Okay, so thank you, Gareth, and everybody. We've decided to judge at the average with myself removing Roger.
Thank you, Matt. If you're all happy, then please click submit. Thank you, judges. The coordinates selected are 2174768. These coordinates will now be passed to the auditing company AZETS to calculate the winner of the competition, and they will then inform BOTB. That concludes the judging process. Thank you.